Now, well, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a major rollback of climate rules, and this is targeting powerful greenhouse gases used in refrigerators and air conditioners. Well, Trump says the move will cut costs for consumers and reduce regulatory burdens on businesses, but environmental groups warn that it could worsen climate change and even push prices higher in the long run. The decision comes as the White House faces growing pressure over rising living costs and falling approval ratings. And speaking from the Oval Office, President Donald Trump announced the easing of restrictions on the hydrofluorocarbons, or HFCs. It's a group of powerful greenhouse gases which is commonly used in cooling systems, and Trump called the Biden-era rules ridiculous, saying they made refrigerators and air conditioners more expensive and less efficient. Listen to this.
Today is my honor to be discussing the taking of a very historic action to substantially lower costs for consumers, protect hundreds of thousands of jobs, and save Americans well over $2 billion a year by officially terminating the Biden administration's ridiculous regulations imposing costly requirements on refrigerators and air conditioners. It's ridiculous, unnecessary, and costly, and actually makes the machinery worse.
But the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency say it will extend deadlines for companies to phase out HFCs under a 2023 law. The administration is also relaxing leak requirements for refrigerated trucks and transport vehicles, which is used to move goods across the country. And Trump claimed that these changes would lower costs for American consumers, insisting there would be no environmental concern. But environmental groups strongly disagree. The Natural Resources Defense Council called the move a lose-lose for both the economy and the climate. It warns that it could damage U.S. competitiveness in the growing market for cleaner cooling technologies. Now, HFCs were introduced in the 1990s to replace ozone-depleting chemicals, but scientists later found that they are extremely potent contributors to global warming. Even industry groups have questioned whether the rollback will actually save money. Well, the Air Conditioning, Heating and Refrigeration Institute warns that delaying the transition could increase demand for older refrigerants, driving up prices and leading to higher service costs for consumers. And economists also say that there is little evidence that the changes will reduce grocery bills or ease inflation, especially as energy costs rise amid the Sudan conflict and global supply pressures. Now, the announcement comes as Trump faces falling poll numbers ahead of crucial midterm elections, with voters expressing concern of the economy, rising prices, and the impact of the Iran war.